So we've seen the numbers so far. We turn to Kim Min-ji once again in the studio for some more updates of what's going on with the election results.
Well, I think we have the exit polls ready for the by-elections as well, so we will be looking at those figures shortly. Now, 12 seats are currently up for grabs and it's distributed nationwide. So the rival parties have been seeking to win as many seats as possible. Now, I think the graphics are ready. Now, if we see starting from Seoul, the No-One district, it's 60.9% for the ruling Democratic Party of Korea. Runner-up is from the Padamita Party with 24.1%. In Songpa, which is also in Seoul, the ruling Democratic Party of Korea is in the lead with 57.2%. Now, for the Liberty Korea Party candidate, there was speculation that she could actually get more approval from the candidates.
Right, she is no stranger to the viewers the audience and the people in South Korea. She's a very familiar face, of course, one of the faces of the main TV stations as a news anchor. But yeah, it was a quick transition from media to politician.
That's right, and Songpa is also a district where there are shy conservatives.
Right.
So there were hopes that she could actually do better. Over in Busan, the Haeundae B district, the ruling Democratic Party of Korea is also in the lead with 54.4%. Over in Incheon, Namdong A district, the ruling party again is in the lead with 65.9%. Over in Gwangju, the Seo A district, Song Kap-seok of the ruling Democratic Party of Korea is in the lead with 85.1%, and he is trailed far by the candidate for the Party of Democracy and Peace, also a Liberty Party in the parliament. Over in Ulsan, the ruling Democratic Party of Korea is in the lead. Ulsan is usually considered a conservative stronghold, but here again in the lead with 52.2%. And over in Chuncheongbuk-do, Jecheon and Danyang district, we can see that it's a tight race, but the ruling Democratic Party of Korea is currently in the lead with 47.6% against 45.7%. So it falls within the margin of error, so we will have to see how the outcome actually turns out. Over in Chungcheongnam-do province, the Cheonan A district, Lee Kyu-hee of the ruling Democratic Party of Korea is in the lead with 56.8%. Now, if we see the candidate for the main opposition party, the graphic has gone past, but he is also a well-known figure in media as well. In Chungcheongnam-do province, the Cheonan C district, the ruling Democratic Party of Korea again is in the lead with 65.9%. And in Jeollanam-do, the Yeongnam, Buan, Sinan district, the ruling Democratic Party of Korea also in the lead with 72.4%. Likewise, here it's a liberal stronghold. And in Gyeongsangbuk-do province, in Kimcheon district, actually the poll showed that the independent candidate was actually in the lead, but we can see now that the candidate for the Liberty Korea Party is in the lead with 55.1%, and the ruling party did not field a candidate in this district. Over in Gyeongsangnam-do Kimhae B district, we can also see that the Democratic Party of Korea's Kim Jong-ho in the lead with 68.5%. So, depending on how the outcome falls for the by-elections, it has an impact on the landscape within the National Assembly. The ruling party currently has 118 seats, and should it win up to 10 or 11, it would give it 128, 129.
Right, not a lot of numbers that need to be filled to make sure that the Moon Jae-in administration will be able to get work done more smoothly. The opposition has been somewhat criticized for being the naysayers for not exactly justifiable reasons, but just for the sake of opposing and having a reason to hog the spotlight.
Yeah, so many pundits have said that the main opposition party and the centrist Padamita Party have positioned themselves very, very different to the liberal parties. They have just been criticizing the good points as well, what the public considers was a good job well done. The main opposition party hasn't been too fond of, so we can see that they've been very, very critical, and because they've positioned themselves like this, even if they've made other issues such as reviving the economy and keeping the ruling party in check, but obviously, because they've been too critical of the government, so we don't think
right,
the
they've
public
been leaning just far towards one side, being on the offensive when it comes to criticizing someone else to make themselves shine brighter. But unfortunately, that does not always work. Well, Kim Min-jae, I think that's all the time we have for this hour's newscast, but I know you'll be back with more updates later on. Thank you so much for providing us with the updates and sharing us with your expertise, of course.
My pleasure.